our people, our continent, our land. This is the Ghana agenda, the African agenda. And today we have a lot of things to discuss. My brother, my sister, it is time now to talk. And I'm going to begin with something from Peace FM Online, and that is making the banner headlines. It says, peanut monies from road tolls insignificant to road fund. And this is from Kojo Opon Nkrumah, the Minister of Information. Well, I read. It says, Minister for Information Kojo Opon Nkrumah has said the abolition of road tolls will have no significant effect on the road fund. He said the road tolls contribute only about 78 million Ghana cedis to the road fund, which generates about 1.9 billion annually. Road tolls, driver, vehicle and licensing authority DVLA charges, and a percentage of taxes on fuel prices contribute to the road fund. Aside this insignificant road toll contribution to the fund, he said only about 30% of vehicles plying our roads pay road tolls, which is not a fair representation. We are no more using road tolls as a mechanism for funding public roads. Kojo Opon Nkrumah told Sefakai on Peace FM's Kokroko program Thursday morning in relation to the electronic levy. He said the value of mobile money transactions have increased from about 78.5 billion Ghana cedis in 2016 to 564 billion in 2020, making it viable for taxation. My brother, my sister, all that the government is saying through Opon Nkrumah, the information minister, is that every year the so-called road fund, the money that is earmarked to build roads, my brother, my sister, accrues, or better still generates 1.9 billion Ghana cedis. A little shy of 2 billion Ghana cedis annually. And out of this money, only 78 million Ghana cedis comes from road tolls. Where does the rest of the money come from? It comes from DVLA charges and a percentage of taxes on the fuel prices contribute to the road fund. My brother, my sister, in other words, if we have about 2 billion Ghana cedis every year from our road fund, and we deduct 78 million out of it, you know how much money we have? We still have about 1.2 billion. So it means that the road tolls would be nothing significant to write home about when it comes to the road fund. Do you understand that? I'll take it again. Now the road fund, my brother, my sister, is the amount of money that has been earmarked by the government to deal with our roads, to build roads, and so on and so forth. Every year, we get approximately 2 billion Ghana cedis as road fund. Where do we get the money from? Number one, we get it from our road tolls. Number two, we also get part of it from the fuel prices, the hikes. The profit we get from that, we add it to the road fund. And then the DVLA charges. But out of all these, the least is from the road tolls. So government has thought it wise to remove the road tolls and then look at some other place where the money can be taxed. Remember, we're talking about taxation. Taxation, which this government and a lot of other African governments are using as their major sources of what? Income. Now let me tell you, my brethren, when a country depends so much on taxation as its major income earner, that country is doomed. You want to hear it again? If a country depends on taxation, in other words, taxing its citizens as its major income earner, then that country is doomed. In a jiffy, I will explain that. But let's deal with what Oppong Nkrumah has said. So because of that, road tolls have been abolished. Now when Bawumia told the whole country that people who use Momo, people who use mobile money, are actually poor people. Therefore, he was not interested in subscribing to a taxation or any tax that is levied on mobile money some years back. Oppong Nkrumah has come to say that, well, right now those who use Momo are no more poor. And he's giving the data that some time ago, and that was somewhere, my brother, my sister, in 2016, Momo only generated about 78.5 billion in terms of transfers of monies and so on and so forth in 2016. Now, after 4 years, it is now 564 billion. More than 5 times. More than 500% increase. Therefore, what Bawumia said some years back was not wrong. Right now, poor people who were using Momo have attracted rich people, or they have become rich by using Momo or mobile money. And therefore, the transactions in there via mobile money have increased. And that calls for a tax to be slapped on that. Do you understand? My brother, my sister, now let us make our point. Is the government looking at making the people better off or worse off? Every government, in fact, your responsibility, your prime responsibility is to make sure the people are better off and not worse off. You've taken the taxes off the road. Oppong Nkrumah has not explained to us why they were not making so much money from the road tolls, because that is done everywhere in the world. In fact, I can count the number of countries on my fingertips that do not apply road tolls in their countries. Oppong Nkrumah has failed to explain to us why, my brother, my sister, the road tolls did not generate so much money. But I would volunteer an answer. We had corrupt people sitting in the booths, as we talked about yesterday. We had irresponsible drivers who would take the ticket or the receipt and throw it down right there. So those in the booths, all they did was to reharvest all the tickets that were thrown away and resell them to the same drivers. In a day, one booth man or woman could have as many as 200 tickets thrown away. Let's say each one of them was even 50 pesos. 50 pesos times 200 is what? At least you will make 100 Ghana cedis. If every day you make this amount of money, on a good day, you might even make more. How would the government be able to make money from the road tolls? Number two, lot of your ministers drive 20 cars each. My brother, my sister, we have so many government officials who have an umpteen number of cars, and each one of them plying the road does not pay a penny as road toll to the government. Just go and stand at the booth, any booth of your choice, and see how many of those cars just pass. There are so many people who have been exempted from paying road tolls. Either they are policemen, ex-policemen, ex-soldiers, ex-lawyers, ex-whatever. They are all not paying road toll. How do you make enough money from the road toll? My brother, my sister, now they have taken off the road toll. And the reason is that, and this is my point, the reason for taking off the road toll is not to make Ghanaians better off. The prime reason is that it's not fetching them enough money. They are not squeezing the tax net strong enough on you. So they have removed that and brought a bigger pair of pliers to clamp you down more. Who does not use mobile money in Ghana? A lot of the banks are collapsing, all because of mobile money. Because it's easier to use. People can touch. Some of the banks are even beginning to do online banking, almost like the mobile money. Because the mobile money has come to teach the banks a bitter lesson. My brother, my sister, to finalize on this, the taxes have been removed from the roads, not because the government loves you, but because it was not generating enough money for their own political agenda. That's it. Bottom line. You have corrupt people sitting in the booth. They are not patriotic. A lot of them are disabled people. When they go there, a lot of them are nothing but cheats and thieves. And they steal from the national coffers. So when people like that start blaming politicians for their woes, and you see the small opportunity that they have, that they are using that to steal from the government, then you tell yourself that, when is this country going to get better? Let me not spend too much time on this. But my brother, my sister, this is a government that is full of taxes. For about 2 days now, we've seen a lot of videos making the rounds. And Baumia's videos are like 98%. From one lie to the other lie. How taxation will not be used by this government. It's all going to be about production. We will not be a taxation government. We will be a production government. And this government has taxed more people than Napoleon Bonaparte. This government has taxed more people than Nebuchadnezzar. This government has taxed more people, my brother, my sister, than any other wicked government you can think about in history. Yet, one of their biggest campaign messages was that taxes are not the way to go. There would be a production crazy government. What happened to agric for jobs? The so-called planting for jobs. One lie upon the other. Old men who are not ashamed of lying. A Greek minister comes with his all died there. Sleeps in parliament more than even the president. And when he wakes up, he tells you a bunch of plantains that used to sell at 40 Ghana cedis is now selling at 4 cedis. Are you crazy? Listen. And you'll see the wickedness of these old men in power. A bunch of plantains that used to sell at 40 Ghana cedis is now 4 cedis. From 40 Ghana cedis is now 4 cedis. are not able to tell us, oh, go to this market, that is where it sells at that amount. Go to that market, that is where it sells at that amount. We all would have gone into the kelewele making business. We all would have gone into the plantain roasting business. But when wicked people take over the country, their brains are sold to the devil. How can an old man who should have been on retirement several years back to tell Anansi stories to his great-grandchildren, you will go and sit in parliament because of greed? They push all the young men away. The young men with fresh brains, they kick all of them away and go sit down in parliament and turn it into dormitories. Your Ghanaian parliament has become a dormitory. Do you understand what I mean? The Ghanaian parliament house is a dormitory. People sleeping left, right, and center. The president will continue to avoid going to parliament to make any speeches, because when he sits down there for 30 seconds, he falls asleep and starts snoring. Our Greek minister will snore more than the whale that swallowed Jonah. He will snore from morning till night. And he would, when he wakes up, he wouldn't be humble and subtle. What is he going to say? That you are arrogant to tell him that he's sleeping, and that food prices, plantain prices are falling from 40 cedis all the way to 4 Ghana cedis. Are you not a hopeless liar? My brother, my sister, it hurts me when people speak like this. And I need you to open your ears and listen. Please meditate over what I'm telling you. Some people just listen. It enters through the right and goes out through the left. I need you to keep it in your medulla oblongata. Plantains that cost 40 cedis, now 4 Ghana cedis. Now they are talking about charcoal which is being exported. And the Minister of Lands and Forestry is not talking about banning charcoal altogether. He is talking about producing charcoal for use domestically and not for export. Where are the trees? When was the last time you embarked on a serious, and the word there is serious, tree planting exercise? The last one that you planted, the hungry goats and sheep ate all of them up. The so-called 1,000 trees that you planted, go out there, not even one is alive. Goats and sheep have eaten all of them. What do you use to make charcoal? Is it air? It is trees. Do you know how important trees are? Do you know how important trees are? You love the rain. You love a good ecology. You want to see everywhere green and beautiful so that you can live longer. Medicinal plants and herbs. You want to see a very nice environment. You travel to Dubai and all those places, deserts that have seen the importance of trees, and have started planting trees and forcing water out of hard granite rocks. You go there and you clap for them that they have been wise. You have been blessed with water. You have the sea, yet your land is as dry as the Sahara Desert. Are you not a crazy human being? Now you bring a retired, out of use, a Greek minister, retired, out of use, junk, a Greek minister. My brother, my sister, you know what junk is? Something that has no use anymore. When you go to a junkyard abroad, when people have no use for anything, they go dump it there. That is the kind of a Greek minister you have. And he tells you that the cost of plantain some few years back was 40 Ghana cedis. But because of his Greek acumen, because he is so accurate when it comes to calculations on a Greek, prices are now 4 Ghana cedis, and we all sit down morosed looking at him as if he's making sense. Baumia goes on a lying spree. A Muslim who cannot quote one verse from the Quran. A Muslim who does not know what the hadith is. He goes around being used as a puppet to deceive other Zongo communities and the rest, because who is a suit wearing Muslim to the Zongo? And when they are going there, they go into what they have and look for the jalabia they have. The last time they wore it was probably for a funeral in 17 BC. Now, because they are going to the Zongo, they go look for that and wear it and go and stand there. Are you not ashamed that a Christian, Mahama, will stand before Muslims and speak impeccable Hausa to the people? Because that's the language of the Zongo, as it is. Then you, who claims to be a Muslim, you would go and stand there and your Hausa is like you speaking Chinese. Struggling to speak Hausa because Mahama spoke Hausa. Mahama was able to quote from the Hadith, and he preached about religious tolerance. All vice president could do was to come there and make a mockery of a Christian who loves tolerance, religious tolerance, and has left the church and come all the way to the mosque to preach to Muslims. We all saw Muhammad reciting a Quranic verse, Suratul Ikhlas, as to whether the vice president, who is supposed to be a practicing Muslim, can recite that verse. Is one of the shortest verses in the Quran, Suratul Ikhlas. Four lines. Just 4 lines. If the vice president can recite it, let him win the next elections. These are Muslims who are Muslims by name. They only pray when there's a funeral. They only pray, my brother, my sister, when others are watching. I am so ashamed, my brother, my sister. When I saw Mahama quoting the Quran, yet Mahama has never hit his head on the ground to say Allahu Akbar. He has never said he was a Muslim. That he quoted from the Hadith, authentic Hadith, preached to the people. The whole Maulid, in the presence of the chief imam, applauded Mahama. And out of jealousy and defeat, that defeatist attitude, Baumia comes to stand there and is making a mockery of a Christian who has found his way to the mosque. Instead of encouraging him, you are laughing at your own buffoonery. And that is so painful, brethren. I expected the chief imam to say, listen, you need to apologize to Muslims, apologize to this man, and apologize, in fact, to whatever. I was so sad to see that. When I watched the video and I saw what Mahama was doing there, I was like, wow. It doesn't matter if Mahama went there for political reasons, it is for his own whatever. But the content of what he gave to the people is worth applauding. And that's what I look at. My brother, my sister, let us go back to the cost of plantains. 40 cedis to 4 Ghana cedis. In fact, the other day I went to the Agric ministry with 400 Ghana cedis. 400 Ghana cedis in my pocket. You know what I wanted? You know what I wanted? I wanted 100 bunch of plantains. 100. If it's 4 cedis, my 400 Ghana cedis will give me 100. Give it to me so I can start kelewole business or roasted plantain business. But none of them was bold enough to come out and show us where we could get that. It is cheap to talk, but when it comes to the real action, they are all missing. My brother, my sister, brace up yourself for more taxes. This government is a failed government whose only action is taxation. They were the same people who bemoaned taxation. Nobody wants to be taxed, especially when your tax money is used by the president to fly, to feed his pot belly. Especially when your tax money is being misused left, right, and center. Especially when national security that is being paid to take care of our security would sit down and watch Sewa Bruni walk onto a plane that is supposed to be a plane manned by the national security to be able to even take selfies, take pictures of the president unaware. Especially when the tax money, my brother, my sister, is used to pay people who are supposed to be the ministers of defense in this country, ministers of national security, and all they do is to wear what's that thing called, pajamas, and model in front of the cameras of prostitutes. It's painful, isn't it? It's painful, isn't it? My brother, my sister, I leave it here. To God be the glory. We have other things we need to look at, and we need to look at that. They've taken the taxes off the roads, not because they are giving you comfort, but because it gave them nothing. It gave them peanuts, in the words of the information minister. So they are looking for a bigger squeeze for you. So they have put it on mobile money. In Ghana, even ghosts use mobile money. In Ghana, ghosts use mobile money. Should I explain? Do you know how many people have died and nobody knows the passwords to their mobile money account? So when families go to withdraw, try and talk to the mobile money operators that, oh, their family members had an account with them and they died and they are buried at Awudomi Cemetery. For that matter, they have come to withdraw the dead man's money. Is that not a ghost account? Do you know the amount of blows people exchange in front of these mobile money vendors? All because some dead member of the family had some money and the people are not ready to release that. In Ghana, ghosts use mobile money. In Ghana, if you want to have a good marriage, you must have a mobile money account. You don't know the time wifey will call you and say, send mobile money quick. The days of the checks are gone. Today, when you sign a check and give it to anybody, they will see you as somebody from prehistoric times. Everybody is doing mobile money. Today, if you want to have a good love relationship and you don't have a mobile money account, forget it. Because the young girl coming to see you tells you, send me money to come with Uber, or come with Bolt, or come with, as for trotro drivers, I'm yet to find out if they take mobile money or not. My brother, my sister, send me mobile money so I can come to you. If you don't have it, then you are doomed. Your libido will hurt you until your balls burst. That's what it is. So when they put a tax on that, it's a tax net that catches everybody, including ghosts. Oh, Jesus, I wish you understood what I said. They have taken the road toll to make themselves more comfortable. After all, they were not paying already. The minister who came to announce that, oh, road tolls are out, ask him, when was the last time he paid a road toll? When they are driving, they have the coat of arms there. The moment the people see them, they raise the bar. Meanwhile, I get stopped and I pay. Even when they say, oh, Blakk Rasta, please don't pay, I say, I will pay. I'm not exempted. Ask them. They know me. So they would not even try to say, don't pay. Because I will pay. So I can come and sit here and talk. If I don't sit here and talk, a lot of these things will continue going bad. We leave it here, brethren. Many more things we need to look at. And my brother, my sister, we have a lot of things today to look at. And I need all of us to open our ears and listen with rapt attention. Now, my brother, my sister, I want to look at some other thing here. And it is very, very interesting. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. My brother, how many of you have traveled on the Kaswa stretch towards Winneba? You see that toll booth there? Sometimes you can be there for hours before you cross traffic. And sometimes you'll be shocked that even in the heat of the traffic, some of the booths are closed. because one or two of the people manning the booths have gone out to eat. My brother, I am saying that when you are caught in traffic along the Kasua Road at the toll booth, my brother, my sister, you will be shocked that one or two of these booths are not working. Why? Because the people in there have gone to eat. They are going to eat. They are not going to buy some plantain chips and eat. No, they are going to a fufu bar. They will sit down for the fufu to be pounded so that they can eat it hot and fresh, whilst motorists are queued in the heat of the sun waiting to be served. This is a very analog country, so analog, where, my brother, my sister, somebody would have to sit in the booth, find out what kind of car you are driving, and apportion the right road toll to you. So a human being mans the boot. A human being gets hungry. A human being will respond to nature's call. So when they are rushing into the bush for nature's call, the boot is locked. And motorists are roasting in the sun. Their time is being chewed by monsters of time eating whilst they are there. Jesus have mercy. Now see why I'm bringing this point. Now because motorists are queuing there, my brother, my sister, queuing, some people have become overly business minded. And you know what they have done? They go there and they are selling bread. Some are selling dogs. Some are have dog chains. If you make a mistake and buy a dog chain and you think that, oh, you can just go, no. The dog chain seller is directing you to the dog. You have bought a dog chain, please, it goes with the dog. Dog seller, come, yentem. Then you run with a hungry looking dog. And somebody like me, when I see animals like that being tortured, I will buy it and go and free it. I don't like to see birds in cages, any animal in any cage. And I don't know what the animal rights people are doing in this country. A dog that is being sold on the street for hours, as long as it is not bought, the owner of the dog will not feed this dog. He would hold the dog, hungry looking dog. And when they bring it to me, oh Rasta, I get this dog, will be Obroni dog. The dog would look at you and say, oh Jesus. Sometimes it brings tears in my eyes. What have they done to deserve this? I buy it and free it. If I don't have enough money, I give them something small and say, please feed this dog. Feed this dog. All kinds of people doing business right at the toll booth, worsening the traffic situation. I'm going to drop the bombshell right now. The bombshell is about to drop. Hear me now, brethren. Some people are even selling kelewele right at the toll booth. And to make it worse, some people are pounding fufu and selling to motorists at the toll booth. Should I make it worse? Those who are even in the booths, who are supposed to busy themselves selling tickets to you, themselves are selling hacks and chewing gum. Some of them have condoms there, they are selling. Some of them sell other things I can't even mention on radio, including cigarettes. Toll booth. So when I go to the toll booth and I give them money, give me change. Oh, I don't have 1 cedi change. Can you take chewing gum? Did I come to buy chewing gum? Or I came to pay my road toll? They are doing business. The Ghanaian would take every single opportunity, legal or illegal, to make themselves wealthy. The bombshell is about to drop. My brother, my sister, now that they are telling everybody, my brother, my sister, to stop taking the road tolls, Kasua toll booth sellers, those who sell pure water, those who sell more money, those who sell, very soon, Kasua goat sellers will bring goats there to sell. Thank God they have removed the road toll. Now the sellers are crying to government. And my brother, I'm reading this from it's terrible, my brother, from my Joy Online. It says road toll removal, Kasua residents delighted. As for the residents, they are so happy that they've removed the road tolls, so right now their cars can go free. All the noise in their rooms and area would come down. But look at it. Hawkers asked for 3 months extension. The hawkers at Kasua toll booth, those selling the dogs and the dog chains, the money and cigarettes and condoms and all those all things there. They are asking government to extend it for 3 months because it was so abrupt. A lot of them had gone for stock, and they have to be able to sell the stock and cause more traffic, so that at least when the stock is finished within 3 months, then the toll thing can end. You see the mentality of your people. My grandfather always told me, the prayer of the share butter selling woman and the prayer of the salt selling person will never be accepted at the same time. You know why? The person selling the share butter wants the weather to be so cool and calm. It might even drop some rain. The cooler the environment, the nicer the shea butter would stand stiff and solid. In my area where we make them into balls like that, when the sun comes up, they start to melt. Nobody wants to buy melted shea butter. So the shea butter seller is always praying that the weather is very calm, very humid, and sometimes it should even rain. They can even leave their wares in the rain so the rainwater can make it firmer. But the salt seller, his prayer is that it should be so sunny so that the salt crystals can brighten more. So the two of them get into a church. The shea butter seller is saying, let it rain, oh God, so that my wares will be nice and solid and firm. And then the salt seller says, hey, let there be hot sunshine. Which one is God going to answer? That's the scenario there. We are happy that the place is cleared. We are happy that we can now drive peacefully around the place. But two groups of people are crying. Those who are selling their wares there and causing more traffic, and they don't have the common sense to know that they are killing people. Because time is money, time is life, time is wealth. They can cause all the traffic. I have seen people who have left a certain booth because the traffic light was opening too early. Or better still, the people were serving the motorists too quick. They will go and warn the people in the booth and say, why do you serve the people so quick? They pass quickly before they buy our wares. Hold them down. Waste their time so they'll be forced to buy the dogs and the dog chains. That is Ghana for you. Inconsiderate people. As long as my belly is full, I don't care whoever hasn't eaten. I don't care about him. That's it. Road toll removal. Kasua residents delighted. Hawkers asked for 3 months extension. They are begging the government, please make it 3 months at least. Let the tax run for another 3 months so we can sell all our wares. You see? That is Ghana for you. Now the other group of people who are not happy are those in the booth. Apart from the fact that now they cannot sell the condoms and the cigarettes and the toffee to the people, force them to buy because they lie that they don't have change. Now they have lost their jobs and the payroll is full. Where are they going to put them? Not all of them are pretty enough to be Sewa Brunis. A lot of them, my brother, my sister, will go hungry for a long time. And I pray that God would take care of them. I leave it here. Now the next thing I'm going to look at, my brother, is another intriguing thing here. Jesus have mercy. This country is interesting. Still on the toll booth. And this is from Graphic Online. Yes, Graphic Online, the national communicator. It says, toll collectors at Tematol Plaza demand salary arrears. Toll collectors at Tematol Plaza demand salary arrears. I read. Some toll collectors at the Tematol Plaza have asked the government to pay them their outstanding salaries. The collectors said over the past 4 to 6 months, they have not been paid, and that they were shocked to hear that the government has asked them to stop work. Speaking to Graphic Online on Thursday morning, the collectors described a directive by the Ministry of Roads and Highways to them to stop operations as unfortunate. We have been working for the last 4 to 6 months and our salaries have not been paid. We woke up early this morning only to hear that we should stop collecting the tolls. At least this should have been communicated to us much earlier to prepare our minds. We are at a loss and don't know what to do. Ad hoc, knee-jerk decisions. Ad hoc, knee-jerk decisions. You are going to sack somebody from work. The person is not aware. The person wakes up early in the morning in a wheelchair because a lot of these toll booth collectors, the toll collectors at the booth, my brother, my sister, are disabled or physically challenged. They go in wheelchairs. Some of them go in all kinds of things. They arrive there and they are told that no more toll collection. What kind of a government is that? What was the information minister doing? Was he sleeping? What happened to the communique? The government communication machinery is now junk. It is in the junkyard. How can you lay off people from work and they are not aware? They get up and go to work and they are told that the government brought a knee-jerk budget which said that, oh, toll booths now are closed, so find yourself somewhere. For 6 months they have not been paid. How many ministers' salaries have delayed, let alone being in arrears? How much is the president's salary? The kakistocratic president, the king of gerontocrats. He wanted a salary for his wife. Aside that, he also wanted salary for his clownish vice president's wife. Munchendi United. Munchendi. President wanted a salary for his wife. Are you serious? What a joke. You have eaten enough to fill your pot belly. In your oversized suit. You've taken Ghanaians for granted. Now you are flying left, right, and center. And can speak harshly to chiefs. Because we are quiet, He wanted to sneak his wife into the payroll. Listen, oh, Ghanaians. 2 months later, finance minister comes to tell us, oh, the payroll is full. Oh. Since when? Since when? The payroll that you wanted to put the president's wife on, the payroll that you wanted to put your clownish vice president's wife on, now is full. Jokers in power. Comedians in power. Can you see how they are? Can you see how they are? The government payroll is full. And it only got full after we denied the president's wife and the clownish vice president's wife the chance to enter into the payroll illegally. After that, they got angry. Okay, the payroll is full. If the president's wife cannot get there, vice president's wife cannot get there, then you two, all of you, we lock them. It's like in the days when we're children playing ball. They are scoring you too much, or mu shout too much. That's what they are doing. Childish politics. Childish politics. They haven't paid them for 6 months. They got up and came to work and they were told that no work. The president, to save his face, has decided to issue a knee-jerk budget. And that knee-jerk budget said, go home. They didn't have time to even write to you. Your 6 months salary, go to the cathedral and pray. Manna will fall from the heavens. Manna would fall. Yet finance minister is sick. He flies, he just all the way to England, America, to go and treat COVID-19. A lot of these people are physically challenged. 6 months you have not paid them. Do you have a conscience? I'm asking. Physically challenged people. There was one gentleman I interviewed here, Ameto. Ameto was saying, he said he used to do pong. And then he was electrocuted. Fortunately, they resurrected him from the electrocution. He's now disabled. Better still, physically challenged. He was working at a toll booth. My brother, my sister, for several months, no pay. He came here to beg that they should have mercy on him. Up till now, nothing. Other people have come, 6 months, no salary. Finance minister, has his salary ever delayed? People's salaries are in arrears. Then you have the guts to come and tell the people, payroll is full. Omit your name. Remove the president's name. He's doing nothing. Remove the vice president's name. He's made enough money from clowning. Relegate him to the circus. That's where he belongs. He makes enough money from his clownish attitudes. See? And bring in well-meaning Ghanaians. You wanted the president's wife in the payroll. You wanted the vice president's wife in the payroll. When we refused, you closed the payroll and said it's up. Yapon. Wicked people. My brother, my sister, today we've spent so much time just talking about this toll. But we had so many different things to talk about. In the interim, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. I thank you for coming along with me on this precious journey of Pan-Africanism and consciousness. But let me just end it on this note. This one is coming from Esula Owusu. She's one woman I've admired in the past. I don't know if I still admire her or not. But this is it. You are not poor if you can send 100 Ghana cedis, mobile money. She's saying that what Baumia said, that mobile money was full of poor people. Now their decision, they have shifted the goalpost. You know what it means to say shift the goalpost? The poster here. You score through here. Now when they're about to score, then you shift the thing here and they play away. Shifting the goalpost. Changing the rules in the middle of the game. She's saying that technically, by Ghanaian standards, by the Esulic standards, Esulic standards, if you can send mobile money 100 Ghana cedis and more, you are not poor. Did you hear that? So all of you who send mobile money 100 cedis and more, you are millionaires. Ghanaian millionaires. That's the new Ghanaian standard. If you have 100 cedis in your mobile account, you are not poor. Father, my prayer this morning is that relegate all these people who think 100 Ghana cedis is rich to that position. Let all the money they have vanish. All their stolen money. All their bank accounts. Let some demons take the money. No, not demons. Let angels take out the money and share amongst real poor people and relegate them to 100 Ghana cedis, so they will know that 100 Ghana cedis is poor. You see their wickedness. Or say, 100 Ghana. Uber to me send it via mobile money. And there, if undi here cry. The church say 100 Ghana no. So who bia? The church say Oscar. According to Ursula Ozu, they say all these things as political cosmetics to make them look good. So many things they have said. In fact, and they have all this while negated all the principles they stood for. To God be the glory. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey of Pan-Africanism and consciousness. I love you for coming along. My name is Blakk Rasta. God bless you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo. And I say thank you so much. God bless you and stay fit. Ghana shall prosper.
Bye. Up in mighty race.